Alright, hello. It's been a few days. Let's just get right into it. So first, we have, Sanchi Freddy. You know, it's pretty nice. Doesn't have the tag anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, he's still in great condition. I only know, like, a few stains on him. But yeah, nose is a little scratchy, though. But yeah, I really like the Sanchis. They're nice. I have 3 Sanchis. Well, yeah, 3 Sanchis, I guess. So let's move on to the next one. Here we have Sanchi Bonnie. This was actually the first ever Sanchi I got. No tag. And yeah, he's probably my favorite Sanchi besides my Fredbear, which I won't have anymore because I'm going to sell it to get the new Freddy animatronic. Which, by the way, if you guys want to see me do a review on the animatronic, let me know down in the comments. That would be nice. But yeah, here's Bonnie. Sanchi Bonnie, to be exact. Yeah, these two guys are old. They're like over a decade old, so yeah. Alright. Now we get on to the Funkos. Here's my Funko Golden Freddy, aka my mascot, until I get the Jazzwares Golden Freddy. Yeah, he's cool. He's smaller than these guys, and also they're smaller than the Jazzwares. But yeah, no tag. Big gash there. I really need to sew that up. There's also a few stains on him. Yeah, this is probably my oldest plush that I have in my collection. But he's still pretty nice. I'm thinking on retiring this guy, though, so you might not see him in videos anymore. But that's just so that I can preserve him. Maybe give him to one of you guys. Just kidding, you're gonna have to buy it from me for like $2 billion someday. Now we have Shadow Freddy. Once again, very old. Had to stitch him up. That was years ago, though. Then the little tag right there. So yeah, pretty nice. His hat is in bad condition, though. Same as Golden Freddy, I think. And yeah, it's pretty cool. First ever mildly rare plush that I got besides Golden Freddy. But yeah, he's $800. Not gonna sell him anytime soon. I got 2 of the restocks, but then I already sold them so that I could get more Jazzwares, because I really like Jazzwares. So yeah, pretty nice. Let's move on to the next one. Now we have Funko Golden Freddy, not Golden Freddy, Toy Freddy. And yeah, as you can see, he's pretty nice. Just a recolor of Freddy, but he's still better than like Toy Bonnie. Now I can't. I really wish that they had these puffed up like the Jazzwares, but that's fine. But yeah, no tag. He also doesn't have a tag. I don't know if I mentioned that. His hat is in really good condition, though. Really good condition. So yeah, nose is pretty good. Yeah, pretty nice. A little bit scuffed up. He has a bald spot there. Yeah. These guys are really small whenever you hold, like, the Jazzwares and these Sanchis. But yeah, let's go on to the next ones. Okay, yeah. Now we have Freddy Frostbear. Pretty nice. No tag. Ooh, I did not realize that. Oof. But anyway, yeah, I got this guy for Christmas in 2020, I think. Back whenever COVID was a thing. So yeah, he's pretty nice. He holds a special place in my heart, and also I did a little cut there so that you guys know that this guy's the original one, just in case if I get another one, even though he's probably going to get retired soon, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. I don't like the hat material. It's the same as the eyebrows. Just doesn't make sense. Same for the bow tie. But yeah, he's still pretty cool. I can't do the voice for him anymore. Like, let me try. Hey guys. Yeah, no, he used to have a much softer voice. So yeah, next one. Now we have Lobbit, and I actually got this one because one of my older friends gave it to me. We're no longer friends, but yeah, I really like Lobbit. After hearing that he's like a prototype, kind of, I'm super glad that I got him. I only traded like a... What is it? Only traded like a Roxanne for this, so yeah, it's pretty good. I really like the printing on this. It's better than any other printing on any other plush, besides the Jezwor's Balloon Boy. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This used to be all stained, but I cleaned that up. So yeah, she's pretty nice. So yeah, he's pretty nice. Next one. Alright, now we have Twisted Wolf. This is probably my favorite Funko plush, probably. Nice fur. I really like the fur. It's nice. That still bugs me. Like, after, what's that one guy's name? Maso, or, what's his new name? Oh, no, I'm just gonna... No, wait, not Maso. Sorry. Travis. Jeez. After, like, Travis pointed that out, it really bugged me. Yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. I don't like the inside of the mouth, though. But yeah, other than that, it's good. It's pretty cool. Way better than Stanley. Gosh, I never bought Stanley. I had every single one except for Stanley. And also Theodore, but I couldn't find Theodore anywhere. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have good old I Always Come Back. Now, this is actually my second spring trap. My older one had no wires, and then I eventually turned it into Toxic Spring Trap. And that custom was really nice, but I don't have it anymore. I destroyed it for some reason. But yeah, no really damage on this. Maybe just like a few, little cut right there. But yeah, nothing too bad. He looks nice. I don't really get why people hated him whenever he released. But yeah, he's nice. He's nice. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one's a really random one. I got the Snowman Chica. I had the other ones. I just liked this one way better than the other ones. So I just kept this one. Man, they need to... Man. After seeing like this, I kind of wish that Funko did more of this before they lost the license, because there's barely any printing on this, just on the hands. It's not really noticeable from afar. This is probably one of Funko's best ones, honestly. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. We have Sun now, probably one of my favorite Security Breach characters, besides Moon, and also Glamrock Freddy, but I don't have Glamrock Freddy because that plush sucks. But, yeah, he's pretty nice. Remember finding him at a GameStop. I think that I found him at a GameStop. I might have ordered him online, I don't know. Yeah, his like, sun things just come down. He also looks like a sunflower. Looks like Flowey from, what's that called? From, Undertale. So, yeah. Let's move on to Moon, and then that's it for the Funkos that I have. So, yeah, Moon is probably my favorite plush, besides Twisted Wolf, because of how amazing he looks, the nice material. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, don't like that. I don't know why they use scratchy material for stuff. Like, we want it soft, not, like, scratchy like that. But, yeah, that's basically it. I really like his hat, though. Like, you could go like that. Ugh. Alright, let's move on to Xmart Global. So, the first one that I got was Withered Foxy. He's pretty nice. He's better than my custom that I did, like, 6 years ago, which, by the way, you will be able to see that. Yeah, he's pretty nice. Nothing really bad about him, except I don't like how that's attached. I like how it's puffed up and not just like, you can take it off and see no eye under there. So yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna need a bigger chair. But let's move on to my last Xmart one. We have Withered Bonnie. I made a few Withered Bonnies. I don't have any more. I gave him more withering a while back. I need to retouch up this one because it does not show well on camera. Then, yeah, the ears. I really like how they did the face. Yeah. Other than that, nothing really. Yeah, you got a gash on there. Don't really care, though. So, yeah, let's move on to the Jazzwares. Alright, we got Jazzwares Freddy. Probably my favorite Freddy out of all of them. This is the only Series 1 that I have besides the Jumbo Freddy. So yeah, he's pretty nice. Does not have the tag because it was too big, and I did not want it to be distracting in videos and stuff. But yeah, he's pretty nice. Let's move on to Series 2. Alright, I moved all the Funko ones out so that the Jazzwares can just have its whole thing here. Yeah, let's get to the Series 2. The toy animatronics. My favorite animatronics. Besides the Glamrock's. The Glamrock's pretty cool. First up, we have a Toy Freddy. Way better than the Funko one. He's really nice and soft. I really like how they stuffed his bow tie. This one actually has the tag, because for some reason GameStop has smaller tags. So, like, you will never be able to see that tag, though. So, yeah. So hard to get. Oh, yeah, and also I really like how they puffed the red cheeks up. So, yeah. Next one. Now we're moving on to Toy Bonnie. Man, is this better than Funko's. Again, with the puffed cheeks. This one is really, really, like, fat, though. Like, whenever I first got him, I thought that it was like a mist thing, like stuffing thing, where it's just bigger. But no, it's supposed to be like that. I really like the tail, the cotton ball tail. Yeah, it's pretty nice. The nose, like how they did the mouths of all of these. Also, their eyes glow in the dark. I don't know if I mentioned that, even though you all know. So yeah, there's Toy Bonnie. Now we have Toy Chica and the cupcake that she comes with. I really like her. No tag because I ordered it off of Amazon. The same with Bonnie. But yeah, she's nice. There's for all you gooners. But yeah, pretty nice. Really nice. Probably about the same quality as the Funko one, except a little bit softer. Let's go to the next one. Now we have Balloon Boy. Also got this one at GameStop with that guy. I really like him. It's nice. Really like the nose. Really like the cheeks. Really like the balloon sign too. The printing is amazing on this, by the way. You would never be able to tell that was printing. I mean, you would probably, but still. So yeah, amazing. Let's go to the next one. Now we have Mangle. 100 times better than Funko's Mangle, especially with this head. It also has a glow in the dark eye. It's pretty nice. But yeah, also has the cheeks. Nose is pretty nice. Does not have a tag. I think that I got this at near the end of school, probably the last day of school. So yeah, it was a pretty nice present to get. So yeah, it's a really nice plush. Glad that it barely has any printed on things. So yeah, there is Mangle. Now let's go to the next one. Alright, we have Lefty. Probably probably not my favorite, but probably my second favorite out of all of them. My favorite is this one. Yeah, pretty nice. He's the Hot Topic exclusive. I didn't order him off of Hot Topic. I ordered him off of Mercari. By the way, if you're ever looking for Fnaf plushes, go to Mercari. You will never get scammed on Mercari. Well, no, you might get scammed, but still, it's very less likely than like eBay or something. So yeah, there's Lefty. Let's go to the Nightmares now. Alright, we got Nightmare Freddy. Probably my third favorite Jazzwares plush. just because he has just so much character. I also got all the nightmares at GameStop. That's pretty cool. Same GameStop where I got this guy and this guy. So yeah, that GameStop is really good for those. I got his tag. I don't really mind the printed on fabric. It's like better than Funkos, but not as good as Balloon Boys. They were creative with that. So yeah, there's Nightmare Freddy. There's Nightmare Freddy. Good boy. All right, we got Nightmare Bonnie. Has the tag. It's really soft. I really do not like the ears though. They really bug me. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty nice. Once again, printed on fabric, but still better than Funkos, I say. Now, some people say that Funko's printing was better, but no, it wasn't. It really wasn't. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Alright, here we have Nightmare Chica with Nightmare Cupcake. Pretty nice. Oh yeah, I love this. They didn't do the blue eye, which I am so amazed about. Unlike Funko, who did do the blue eye. I swear, sometimes I just hate Funko. She has the tag. She has the bib thing back here. She has her bib for all you gooners. Yeah. I really do wish that it was like that, though. So yeah, there she is. Alright, we have Nightmare Foxy. He is probably my 4th favorite, just because of how freaking soft he is. Like, this is so soft. This is, like, softer than all of these combined. I also really like how they did the muzzle thing. Also this. Also, he doesn't have an eye patch. I think that's game accurate. It's been a while since I played Fnaf 4. But yeah. And also, they did the hook a lot faster than Funko, which you gotta love about that. I think that Funko's first one was which one was it? I don't know. Something. I think that it was... No. But anyway, yeah, there's Nightmare Foxy. Let's go to my last Jazzwares plush. Alright, here we have Plush Trap. Our first ever, like, official Plush Trap merch, I think. So, has the tag. Has this amazing muzzle. It's printed on fabric basically everywhere. It's probably the worst on this. But it's... I don't know. It's about the same as Funko. No, not too bad, not too good. Just in the middle. But yeah, there is my entire Jazzwares plush collection. Minus the rest of these guys and the Halloween ones. So yeah, also have a few figures, but I don't really collect figures. I just collect plushies and also animatronics. By the way, if they ever make a Bonnie animatronic, I'm also gonna get that. Also with the Chica animatronic. Also with the Foxy animatronic. Also with the Golden Freddy animatronic. Also with the Toy Freddy. Alright, we are moving on to custom Fnaf plushies that I have made. Most of these are very old, so feel free to clown them in the comments. I don't really care. So here is my first ever custom Fnaf plushie. He has been revamped. So yeah, this is Withered Foxy. Yes, that is a beer in his hand. He used actual beer caps for his feet. That's cool. That's cool. I don't even know where I got him. I really like the fur that I used. But once again, he's the first ever one. He's not going to be really anything special. I did this before Funko ever did, by the way. I am the first one to ever do this. Ooh, I'm going to kill Funko now. So I really don't like that. I wish that I could cover that, but it's because this would just not stay up. It would look like that. So yeah, there's my first one. And then we have my first ever purple guy custom plush. It's more like a doll at this point. He's missing his eye. It's a freaking cotton ball for a badge that's actively falling off. He got Bite of 87 in his head. Oh, I'm so glad that I made another one, which you are about to see. This one is also pretty messy, but it's still better than that. Yeah, here's my new one. Kind of new. You can see it made it look like kind of like a shirt tux thing. His mouth. I gave him a watch. Gave him his toast badge. Gave him a belt. I don't really like the backside of this. I've grown so much since then. I might show you guys my newest custom. Even though it's not Fnaf related at all. Just so that you can see how much I've grown. By the way, this was like a few years ago, so. Alright, we have the Bonnie guy thing that, like, oh, he wants to go for a big kiss. So yeah, we have that guy. We have the Chico one. This is when I only had felt for all these. And also, I didn't really have that much glue left. So yeah, pretty nice. Still pretty good. Still holds up today. Then we have the Freddy one. Pretty nice. I don't have the Foxy one anymore, aka Michael Afton, because I tore it apart to make a different thing. So yeah. And then final one basically is FNAF 6 Michael Afton. All these are cheaply made, and I just did them so that I could have them in the collection. I kind of want to remake. Oh, jeez. I want to remake some of these guys. So, yeah. There's that one. So, let's get on to the Halloween ones. Alright, we have Michael Myers. I made his hands purple, so that kind of looked like Purple Guy, but oh no. Then I have this. Oh, jeez, he's breaking. Yeah, he has hair. I don't even know where I got this hair from. It's nice and soft, though. So yeah, pretty nice. One of my first ever attempts at making a pattern. So, pretty good for that. And then, we have Jason Voorhees. He looks way worse than this one because I did this in a rush and I just covered a Pop Goes with black fabric. This isn't even attached at the back. There isn't even a third one on there, so. I really like the mask, though. It's kind of painted a little bit. So, yeah. Go right here. And then we have Scream. Ghostface, not Scream. And as you can probably tell, he is from a badger. I forget his name. But yeah, one of my favorite Halloween customs, honestly. Probably my second favorite. So yeah, that's him. And then we have the last Halloween one, and also the last, technically, FNAF one. We have Jigsaw. I got a custom, what is it called? Frettle. And then I turned him into this, so yeah. It's pretty nice. So, expect some amazing Halloween videos soon. Ugh. So this is my latest custom. He's not FNAF. But I just want to show you guys how much I've grown. Like, there's not a single tear mark anywhere that I know of. Look at his feet. No, you don't get to see that. Is this, but I'm not going to cut that. He has a nice shirt. I did have to use felt for this, though, so. His eyes are nice. Yeah, he's pretty nice. But all of this would not be possible without my first ever custom plush. Yes, this is Jet the Hawk from Sonic. Look at his leg. But yeah, I made him because I really like Tito Totter's videos, and specifically the Jet plush that he used. So I tried to make my own, but I don't really like it. And I already bought the one that I used, the revamped one. So yeah, that is my entire plush collection. I will keep growing every single year. So, if you guys can get me to like 10,000 subscribers, that would be great. And if you do, then I'll release my best video yet. It will have the best acting of my career. It'll have the best plushies that I have ever made. And, I don't know, I might get some voice actors for them. So once again, I'll see you in like a week. I really like how I did the bow tie to that.